Hey guys, welcome back to the Dead Romantics podcast, episode 2, where we will be talking about the pre-series by Sierra Simone. My name is Katelyn.
And I'm Tiana.
And on this episode, as stated before, we will be talking about these books right here. But before we get into that, I just want to talk about something that I think us book girlies, and honestly just book lovers in general, are going to want to talk about. The show The Queen. Let's just talk about it because Farmer George, yes please. Yes please. That is the man of the month and I stand by that. Tiana, I know you have not watched the show.
I've seen basically half of it on TikTok though.
Yes.
Well,
I figured you were going to say that cuz TikTok just loves to beat everyone to it and just show like
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
It was so good. So good.
It looks really good. I can't wait to start it.
Oh my god, you have to start it soon. But the reason I bring this up, not to spoil anything further for you, is because I saw something that just like it made me feel whole inside. You know, like it just really filled that void of lack of romance in my own life and I was like that'll do it. So, basically, you know in Bridgerton, Queen Charlotte is married, right, to King George, and they show him that he's not mentally stable, right? In Bridgerton you see that. So that's not much of a spoil. However, in the show, obviously it goes further into their history, their backstory, whatever. But something that I thought was so beautiful was that there is a theory on TikTok that the queen dresses the way she does, and we all know that she dresses very elaborately, and it's kind of different than how the other characters in the show dress, right? There's more, I think it's called Regency style or Regal style. Hers is more in a different era, and I cannot remember it, and I'm not about to start guessing. So, but the reason she does this is so that King George never feels off balance when he's around and he always know that that's her. Like that's his queen, that's his wife because she stays kind of stuck in time to where his mind kind of reverts back to.
That's
If
freaking horrible.
Dude, if that doesn't squeeze your heartstrings, I don't know what will, cuz mine heart was broken, shattered to pieces, soul out of my body. I was like, what is happening?
No, that's so cute. That's so cute.
No, literally, like I was like, stop, because that level of commitment, I can't even get a text back, and they're out here doing this.
No, for real. Back
Like,
then, romance was not dead.
no,
Yeah.
absolutely not. Not like today.
Mm. Today it's like run over on the side of the road rotting.
No, it's non-existent, sweetie. It got sucked up by a black hole. It's gone, never to be seen again. It's so sad.
Oh my god. Died when the meteor hit, I guess. It's
Mm,
fine.
it's fine. It was buried
It's
with the dinosaurs. Oh, yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah. Speaking of romance, kind of, shall we talk about the pre-series?
Yes, no, let's get into it.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep it a buck. This series is not my favorite to read.
Okay.
Um, I feel like it took me forever to get through.
Yep.
Some books dragged more than the other ones. I have a hair on my mouth, it's fine. Okay. Um, Yeah, like let's talk about the first book specifically instead of the series in general, okay? First book is about Tyler and Poppy. Tyler is a priest of a
Very
Catholic
important.
church in Kansas City, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Poppy walks in one day and he's like into the confession booth and he's like, I'm in love with her. Her voice is so husky and
Silky.
sexy.
Yep.
And it kind of just went from there because Poppy was like, I want to be connected to the church again. I feel like it can help me, whatever, whatever.
Well, I think something important is to note was her confession her itself was not very not very something you want to confess to a priest.
Mm. Yeah, you want to get into that?
I do. I guess. Yeah, so she basically talks about an event that took place, a sexy time event that took place with her ex, right? Silver. Well,
So
sure that's his name. I always get it confused if it's Silver or Sterling for some reason, but
Sterling.
anyways. Oh, was it Sterling?
Sterling.
Yep, Sterling. Yes,
Silver.
Silver could be cute. But what's it called? So no, she gets into the conversation. Well, she gets into a confessional with the priest and starts talking about how she did all of these things, all these sexy time things with her ex, and how she kind of feels bad about it, right? And how she's kind of still in love with him. And then Tyler's all like jealous because this, okay, if it's one thing these Bell boys will be known for is that they are raging lunatics when it comes to jealousy. And this man is no exception, okay?
That
Pretty sure jealousy is a sin, but we're not even gonna go into the amount of sins this man commits within this very, like, not even kind of brief. It's a short book for the amount of things that goes on in it.
I mean, I feel like it was just like low-key information overload at some like I don't know. I feel like a lot of things happened in such a short book that I felt like my head was spinning a little bit at
Yeah.
certain points. Um, but something about Tyler's character, at least for me, that stuck out the most is he's really self-deprecating.
Oh my
Like,
god, the guilt. Ugh.
yeah, anytime he felt like some kind of joy, he just needed to like stop it immediately.
Yeah, okay.
God
Is it
forbid,
just me? Or would this book have been a little sexier if he wasn't so guilty about everything? Like you had to go through his point of
1000%.
view.
1000%. 1000%. Listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again. This man is the, oh, you don't like me because I'm ugly.
No,
Right.
definitely.
Yeah, no. Like, screw that. But to understand, like, I get why he's like that
Mhm.
because, like, his sister, oh, trigger warning, suicide, religious
Religion and
triggers.
sex being mixed. That's the trigger
Yeah,
one.
yeah. But
Oh, and
his
Catholic
sister,
guilt.
yeah, Catholic good. Big time. Especially in the first book, big time.
I will say, I thought I was gonna have that throughout the whole series. After I got through this, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
give me the next
Mhm.
one.
Yeah. No, but his sister, unfortunately, herself,
Mm.
um, because she was being molested by a priest in their church, their family's church when they were younger. And then the reason why Tyler became a priest is to like help the Catholic Church be more clean.
He wanted to reform them.
Yeah. And um he had a very interesting way of doing that when he met Poppy.
He
He
really just took his time with that one.
I wouldn't say he took his time. He got into it pretty fast.
No, that's true. That's true.
He man's literally did the nasty on the altar.
The holy oil.
Okay, I've said it before and I'll say it again. I could not get past the fact that he wiped her with the baptism towel.
No, that was a little like there was just certain scenes that I was like, that's just too much. Like that's what am I reading right now? Like, is this what smut has become? That I'm literally reading a smutty priest book. It was the holy oil scene for me. For me personally, that was my like, wow. Okay, we're really and the crucifix one. Where he's like looking at the crucifix while he's like doing his business.
Is that when they were at the piano, I think?
Yeah, wait, was that? That was like the first scene. And I was
Hmm.
just like, why are you bringing literal Jesus? It's like you're bringing Jesus in with this experience because he's like, it's a real religious experience. I'm like, yeah, you're in a church.
Church, yeah.
You can't get more religious than that.
Yeah, he's just quirky like that.
Yeah, that's his
Quirk-
little quirk.
Yeah, but
Too cute.
I don't know. Like Tyler, his book gave me the ick a little bit. Like
No, he gave me the ick.
out of all the bellboys, Tyler was probably my least favorite.
Okay.
Um, I listen, I don't know, he's too self-deprecating and he like God forbid he's happy about something.
No, because that would be asking too much. That would just be.
Like every single time he felt a little bit of joy, he was like, no, gonna make myself feel bad about it.
I just felt that it's like, dude, like you're a priest. You already broke the vow. Like you already, and you broke it in the worst way. You literally did the nasty back door, okay? In a church.
Wait, time out, time out. All the bellboys obsessed with cunnilingus, hold on, and they love going through the back door. They love
Does that just show that like your kinks are inherited? Because all boys were like obsessed. Like,
I mean, I have never and the possessiveness?
oh my god. No, but no one does possessive like being Sean. Okay, but like Sean's my man. Like let's just make that known. That's book daddy. That's not even book husband, book boyfriend. No, that's a book daddy, sweetie.
Wait, before we get into Sean,
Yeah.
few more things about Priest and Midnight Mass. Well, like,
Oh yeah, we'll wrap them in together.
yeah, Midnight Mass is like a novella from like continuing Priest basically, and getting into Poppy and Tyler's story a little bit more. So let's talk about Millie first. Millie's iconic. We love Millie.
Millie is an icon.
Love you, Millie. Love you. You know, I love that she calls him out. She's like, I see you walking back from her house.
That she probably was enjoying it. Freaking sitting with like her popcorn. She's like, period. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, popcorn and binoculars, just like,
You're like, I
mhm,
know what you be doing.
yeah. And then, I think this was in Midnight Mass, if I remember correctly.
Mm,
Poppy got pregnant,
okay.
had a miscarriage.
That broke me.
I felt terrible.
Yeah. No, that was really freaking sad.
Yeah, that was heartbreaking. Like, I felt bad for Poppy in that situation because, like, I've obviously never been in those shoes, but like the way Sierra Simone wrote it, I like felt her pain, like when she was like kneeling over the bed, saying like, "Oh, we need to go to the hospital.
Mhm.
Something's wrong." But then Midnight Mass ends, spoiler alert, with Poppy giving Tyler a small box, and it's kind, you're kind of like meant to assume that it's a pregnancy test,
Mhm.
like a positive pregnancy test. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not surprised with the way they be doing their ass. Okay, that was
Girl, it should have happened long before.
yeah. I'm shocked it didn't happen with freaking priest, because but yeah,
Can we just talk about how they never talk about that baby throughout the whole series?
yes,
It
yes
was
we can.
literally brought up once, made such a big deal about it, and then never talked about it.
Yeah, honestly, my theory, and we'll get into Sean and Zenny's kids in a little bit. I think that Poppy's infertile.
True. But
Cause
I don't think she would have ended that book with a positive pregnancy test if her intent wasn't for them to have a baby. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yes, but in like the author's notes or something like that at the end, Sierra Simone writes like, "Oh, we're not supposed to like fully know if Tyler and Poppy have kids." Something along the
Mm.
lines of that.
Oh, you read the author's note? You're so much better than me.
You know, bored at
Uh,
midnight things. But
anyway.
but yeah, so I don't know. I just found it interesting that it was never brought up, but Sean and Zenny like are procreating like rabbits. So
Telling you, he got that daddy gene in him. Like it was there.
Sean's a girl dad. Wait, can we move on to Sean's book?
Yeah, please. Like I could talk about that man all day. Like I
Yeah.
said, that's my man.
Okay. So that's your book. That's your book. You take it away.
Dude, can we just talk about how like he is spicy? Okay, that is a spicy man.
Hmm.
I'm like, can we just have a moment of silence for him?
He,
Oh my
oof.
god. Okay, this man, first off, it's giving playboy, lifestyle, millionaire. Like, that is just Sean's aesthetic. Like, I'm thinking like Tom Ford suits, okay, like tailored,
Mhm.
professionally done,
Yeah.
you know? And he's all like aggressive because like he's like in finance and he's all like stressed and like, best way to like get through stress, we all know. So like that's what I'm thinking in this book. And then he meets this woman, right? Or really like young woman because she's like 20 at this gala and he's all like, "Oh my God." And then it's like best friends, younger sister trope in there.
Best, one of the best tropes in my opinion.
No,
Okay.
literally. And then add in virgin trope
Ooh.
with
Yeah.
an older man because he's like in his 30s. Like man's like mid 30s, almost hitting 40. Like we're getting up there. So I'm just sitting here like, oh, this book can't get any better. So anyway, so then it's like this whole relationship, and then she's all like, because she's like set to be a nun, just to give like some backstory. And then she's like, but my nun, I don't really know what that's called. Like her, basically like her boss, like
Hmm.
who's like helping her get through to that level in the church, is like, I don't want you to go through with this decision because you don't even know what you're missing, right? So then
Yeah.
Miss Zenny is all like, Sean, I need you to show me what I'm missing. And boy, does he show her. He shows
Wait,
her a good time.
wait. Before we get into the good times, I would like to add two things.
Okay.
Zenny came knocking on his door
Oh, yeah.
saying, like, listen, I want you to F me. Okay.
Period. As she should.
And he's like, no, we can't. You're my best friend's little sister. He said, if I hurt you, I'm dead. I'm not willing to risk a friendship like that. Yada, 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 yada. Best friend's little sister trope cliches here. Um, so he finally agrees with her. He's like, okay, fine, dinner here tomorrow night at 8.
The one time he actually lost self control.
The one, yeah, well, the first time he lost
Yeah,
self
the first time.
control. Yeah, so dinner comes along, whatever. He's like, Zenny, very innocent, virgin little girl, does not know. She knows little to nothing. Okay.
Period.
They're talking. First of all, can we talk about he baked like a curry
Oh yeah,
chicken?
like he made like a whole meal. Like mans can cook on top of being a millionaire. Like,
Yeah,
and
iconic.
he owns his own apartment. Like real estate, that's
Ooh,
sexy.
ooh, and he talks like he's like, "Oh, I'm set for life because with all my assets and my brokerage accounts," and I'm like,
Or if you wanted things to progress faster, just open with that. Like,
mhm. Yeah, for real. We love a financially stable man.
no, literally, and someone who could talk like business, like yes, that's
Mhm.
love language right there.
Yeah, definitely. But anyway, while they're waiting for the chicken pot pie to cook, um, Sean is like, "Tell me about your experiences." And Zenny is talking, and then Zenny's like, "Oh, I'm a half virgin because like I almost had sex with this guy, but it was really painful because he just stuck it in without any foreplay." And Sean was like pissed. He's like, "Who did what? I need their name, address, social security number, the parents, their VIN number for the car, you name it." He was out to get that dude.
Stop
And
that anger. I was like, period. Like that. That's
yeah,
what set me off. I was like, period. Sean was like, love you. Like literally,
mm-hmm,
let's
mm-hmm.
get married.
Sean is just that guy, you
No, he
know.
really is.
And wait, let me organize my thoughts real quick. After that story, he's like, okay, well, we need to set boundaries.
Oh,
Um, and I love that their safe word is ass her. That is so funny to me.
that
That's
was
like
so good.
a double entendre a little bit, because backdoor, and he low key is an asshole, just a little bit, but in
But
a
see,
good
that's what makes
way.
him attractive. Like I know
Yeah,
that's like a red flag to say, but like you cannot tell me it's just not adding the littlest bit of like spice.
No, it it adds character. Okay.
Yeah, like add the arrogance in with it, like sir.
Yeah. This is what Tyler was missing.
No, yeah.
Tyler was lacking the assholeness, and he had too much.
He was just kind of giving like he I feel like he was the washed up version of Christian Grey. Like he had the BDSM thing down, he just couldn't have the personality to pull it off. Like, you know? Because like
Yeah,
even like he could never be rough with Poppy. That was a whole other thing in Priest. Remember that she kept having to say, like, dude, just do it. Like
yeah,
stop stopping yourself.
yeah. I love that Poppy was like, "You can't let go because of your sister."
Yeah, no, she
Because
called him out.
I was like, "Ooh, that man has not dealt with that trauma himself yet. He's kind of just like suppressed it,
Yeah.
and you are bringing it up when he's about to stick it in you."
Yeah, no
Very
man's about to paddle you into the bed. Like,
period though. Anyway.
no, but
Um,
it's just like, girl. No, she was risking her life on that one.
yeah, I was like fully ready for him to just like storm out dramatically
Yeah. He was
as
giving a
Tyler.
little bit of a bitch, to be honest. But anyway, back to
I was
Shawnee boy.
yeah, back to Sean, back to Sean. They were talking what was I saying? They were talking about like safe words and like what she's comfortable with and
Hmm.
oh, that's where I was going with this. He goes, "I'm only allowed to make you come. You cannot make me come."
No, that was hot.
That is a selfless man.
That's a
Cause
giver.
normally, literally, normally guys are like,
Guys are selfish,
yeah, you'll walk in there 9:01, you'll leave 9:02,
if you're
and then
lucky.
you'll go home and you're gonna have to take care of yourself. And we don't stand for that shit.
No.
Mm-mm.
No, because
No,
that's giving little boy vibes. That's not giving man. Sean is like, that's the thing though. Sean's like a man.
yeah. And
We're
like,
not. Mm-mm.
mm-mm.
It's
Yeah,
not giving
no,
boy vibes. Like freaking
no. Top.
little immature. Like, no. Sean is a
Yeah,
mature, ripe man ready to roll.
yes. And I feel like another way that he showed his maturity is okay, so Tyler, the bellboy's mom, bellboy's
You said it right.
yeah,
The Bellboy's mom.
bellboy's mom. Um, she has cancer,
Mm,
unfortunately. And he took care of her the entire time because Aiden's flaky, Tyler
isn't there.
is not there. He's with Poppy in a different state. And Ryan is in college. So everyone is and yeah, like all the siblings are busy or just away.
Mm.
And Tyler is taking care of everything financially, making all the big decisions. And not only is he doing that, okay, he's making time for work. He struggles a little bit, but that's not entirely his fault. That's low key because his manager is a jerk. But that's a different story. He reads to his mom, and I find it really funny that in a smutty book, the main character is reading a smutty book to his mom.
And has an obsession with them.
Yeah,
Like
he's
his
obsessed.
library is full.
And I'm pretty sure that's where he learned handle the girlies first.
No, he's so sexy for that. Like,
No, that's some
that's some true book boyfriend shit right there.
yeah. Sean, iconic, iconic.
No, he is
And
an
then
icon. Like, so good.
yeah,
So
yeah,
good.
and I also really like, unlike Tyler, um, Sean was like, we're not immediately jumping to sex. We're gonna do everything that comes before sex, and
Man.
then I'm, you're gonna know when you're ready, and I'm gonna know when you're ready, because you're not ready right now. That, that did
That'll
it
do
for
it.
me.
That
I
did it
was
for
like,
everyone.
no, because okay, when you're a virgin, it hurts for the first time. There has
Mm.
to be like a lot of prep for you to like be fully ready, and then it still hurts, especially somebody with Sean's size. It'll hurt. It'll hurt.
That little monster. Like the thing.
Yeah.
It was giving Godzilla, but like in the best way possible. Like, just kidding.
Yeah.
I was like, damn,
Anyway,
Zenny. Um,
Lord,
we're
Lord.
just gonna just Sean. Sean was a
No.
god. That was another one. Giving.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't need
Okay.
God because he was one.
Explains why Zenny didn't become a nun.
Yeah, she found her God.
In his wait, can we talk about how Zenny was like, oh, he has an apartment and everything, and she just like moved in.
Stop. Because him offering, he was like, why don't you
Yeah.
just move in with me? I was like, you can't even get a man to commit to a date. And this man over here moving her in,
Mm-hmm.
like I said,
I yeah.
romance, dead, real life. Books, only thing keeping it alive. Like men should take notes.
Men are illiterate,
Yeah, that's true.
so I don't even know how they're gonna write notes, let alone read them. You
Mm.
know,
Bring back written letters, petition right now.
for real. We're the like, listen, girls, simple, simple. I don't know. We may be a little dramatic, but in my opinion, guys are more dramatic.
Oh, 1,000%.
Anyway, um, girls are reactive. We're not like that came out really bad, but just like if you piss us off, we're gonna react. We're not pissed off for no reason.
No, literally.
So probably you guys' fault. Anyway.
I forgot who. No, it was I think Megan the Stallion that she was like. I saw this interview and she's like, girls will literally give you like A to Z examples of why you're mad, what you did, how you did it, and like why it was wrong. And she's like, guys will still be like, what?
Yeah.
And like play like dumb. Meanwhile, she's like, we have receipts and we're coming with like A through Z explanations.
Yeah.
And that was a moment in pop culture history that I was like, but where's the lie?
Yeah.
Like, it's so true. So true. Or they'll just like gaslight you.
Mm. Yeah, their
That
personal
one.
favorite.
That's my I love that. I'm like, yeah, make me feel more crazy than I already feel. It's fantastic.
It's fine.
It's
But like I said,
fine.
illiterate, cannot read, cannot comprehend.
No. They just don't
Can't
get anything.
it's okay. That's our little segment of shitting on guys for today. Because they'll never measure up to Sean. Um,
Never.
yeah, but Sean, I don't know. He was just like that guy. He was responsible, he took action, and he treated Zenny well.
Yeah.
And I love that Zenny's boss, like the leader of the nuns,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
in the car, she was like, "Do you love her?"
No, she knew it was up.
Didn't she ask like, "Are you the one having sex with Zenny?"
Yeah.
Like
Something like that.
straight up.
Yeah, no, she did not sugarcoat. She was like, so like you giving it to her.
Yeah. And Sean's like, "Huh?" Man's had to slam on the brakes for that one,
Man's
because
taking a mental moment to like be like, where am I right now?
yeah, I think he didn't even know how to respond to her because he's like, "I feel bad saying this to a nun."
Okay, to be fair, who would respond to that? Like a nun just straight up asks you, like, are you having sex? You're just like,
I would die.
be
I
like, I
would
just
die right there.
pray. Like I just pray all day. Like
I, yeah, the whole thing. Oh, but yeah, and even the nun, she was like, "If you love her, tell her.
Yeah.
If you love her, tell her." And Sean's like, "I don't want to be selfish," which I understood Sean's point of view on that because he knew how much it meant to Zenny that she becomes a nun.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to like divert her from that path because Elijah and Zenny, obviously, he didn't want to hurt any of them. He didn't want to force Zenny into a situation that she didn't know how to get in or out of, whatever. But
Mm.
yeah, what else? Oh, fast forward a little bit.
Mhm.
Um, can we talk about how Zenny and Sean officially got together? Or is that skipping to the end of the book too fast? Is there anything in between that you want to talk about?
No, let's get to that. So, like, wait, are you talking about like when he shows up to like her? or
Mm-hmm.
ceremony.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that was so. I have to say, I've read a lot of books. I have to say that was such a movie moment in my head. Because I don't
Mm-hmm.
know about you, but when I read books, I see it in my head, kind of like a picture film, right? Like
Yeah.
I'm inside the movie, I'm watching it from the sidelines, rooting for the characters, my little sign, like yes. So for me, like when I just pictured this super dramatic moment that was like going into the church and like you just hear like this girl crying in like the corner and he's like, oh my God, Zenny, my little virgin, like he would call her.
Sunny bug.
Love it. And then it's just like this super hot, sexy scene where they just like, get it poppin'.
He has sex with her in the wedding dress she's gonna marry Jesus in, and
Yep.
it's like very symbolic in a way because like she doesn't end up marrying Jesus, she ends up marrying him,
Which I
and
kind of love that she wrote it that way. I thought that was so good.
yeah.
Because, like I said, when you play it in your head, like you just see it in such like, because that just even made it more dramatic. That it's like she's literally wearing a dress that she's gonna marry someone else in, while she's giving herself to you. Because that's how I saw it. Like in that moment, she really chose like this is not who I'm devoting myself to.
Mhm.
This is the man that's supposed to be in my life. This is who I'm devoting my body, soul, everything to. And
Yeah,
I'm literally in a wedding dress.
yeah. Like I like you know how he like picks her up and pins her to the wall in this big fluffy wedding dress?
Love that.
The mental image of that, like the I could hear the sound of the of the tool, the
Mm-hmm.
pushing of the tool. Oh my God.
Iconic.
It was so well written. Like
Yeah.
the end of that book was very well written,
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
especially comparing it to Tyler's book. Stunning.
I can't even talk about that one. Like,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. No, Sean's book made up for Tyler's book a lot. Like I will like you said in the beginning of this podcast, this book series kind of dragged on a little bit and it took me a lot longer to get through this than it would have usually.
Mhm.
But Sean's book, like I read that in like a day and a half. Like that book, I flew through those pages. It was so
Yeah.
good.
I feel honestly, I feel like Zenny and Sean deserved a novella more than Tyler and Poppy.
1,000%.
Yeah.
A thousand
Might be a
percent.
little controversial.
No, the next book is about to be controversial because I'm ready to go in on that one.
Okay. Yeah, we could talk about the third book.
Is there anything you want to add with Sinner?
Other than the fact that like Zenny and Tyler's like five kids I think are mentioned in
Zenny and
Saint.
Sean's, girly. Zenny and Sean's.
What did I say?
Tyler.
Zenny and Ooh.
That would be a plot twist.
What does that have? Yeah, Zenny and Sean, sorry guys. Zenny and
Mm-hmm.
Sean. Kids are mentioned in Saint.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how Elijah and Aiden are like there's a scene where somebody's calling Elijah and Aiden's like, "Oh, if it's Zenny or Sean, like tell them to put the kids on the phone." That's so cute.
No, love that. Aiden's
That's so
adorable.
cute. Oh, he is. He
Like,
is.
I love Aiden, but I did not love his book. I will be straight up about it.
Okay. We could get into this. We
That
could
was
get
one of the worst, not worst, it wasn't the worst book I've ever read, but it was just so anticlimactic. I'll say that. And not because like I loved I guess you could say I liked the romance aspect of it. Like I was rooting so hard for Aiden and Elijah. My
Mhm.
thing was how slow, because I love a good slow burn, but they're slow and then there's not moving. And this book took so long
Yeah.
to like move along that I was like, what is happening? What is this?
Yeah.
You
Um,
know?
yeah. See, and I have to say I kind of disagree with you.
You know.
I loved the third book more than the first book. Like my
Okay.
rating goes Sinner Saint Priest and
Okay.
then Midnight Mass because Midnight Mass was a little pointless to me, but that's neither here nor
Yeah.
there. Um, okay. So in Saint, I like Saint because I love a slow burn,
Mhm.
but I feel like some parts were just fluff, like
Okay.
unnecessary fluff.
Yeah, it was very wordy. Like that was I guess that was like my real problem with it. It was just so
Yeah,
wordy.
I have to agree with you on that one. Very wordy. I feel like it could have been easily like 200 pages less.
Yeah, like I feel like she overwrote for it. And
Yeah.
just like the amount of times it was just like I love back and forth, but there's back and forth and then there's just too many times going back. Like it gets to a point that it's like, okay,
Yeah.
you already did all of this, so you might as well just like you're gonna end up together. Like you both are thinking the same thing. Let's just get it together and move on. Like,
Yeah. Like, okay. This is like kind of bad to say because as much as I was rooting for um Aiden and Elijah,
mhm,
I kind of because in the first two books they end up together. And
yeah.
like for this book to be better, like as much as I love Aiden and Elijah together, I kind of wish that instead of Elijah just immediately breaking it off with Jamie,
Oh
he
yeah.
should have gone with Jamie
Yeah.
and then years later been like, "Oh crap, I belong with Aiden." Then leaves Jamie and then goes with Aiden.
Okay.
Like I needed a moment of like, "Oh my God, they're not going to be together."
Yeah.
There
No.
it was just obvious.
You know what I could have seen like a bigger like more for me personally like a plot twist that I would have liked to have seen in the book is Elijah and Jamie at the like altar getting married. But right before Elijah says I do, Aiden walks in there with his robe on and he's like I just gave my like what's that paper called? Like when you're my resignation to the
Mhm.
monks. Let's do this. Let's get married right here, right now. Jamie, go sit in your seat. Like
Literally.
that chef's kiss would have been so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So good.
Like I don't even know what she could have taken out,
Mm.
but I feel like I don't know.
That
Like
whole
you know how
pilgrimage.
when they were in Europe, like going to the different
Yeah,
monasteries,
I feel like that could have been condensed to like a couple chapters, not
yeah,
sections of the book.
it was literally an entire section.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad because I really wanted to like their story because I was obsessed with them as a couple. I love that in Sinner. I love that idea, right? Like brother's best friend, like it was giving like super sexy
Yeah.
time.
And it was like kind of forbidden, you
Yeah, but
know?
then like this just kind of killed like why become a monk? Like that was my other thing. Like you're telling me that because I understand like he had his dark moment, right? But out of all the things to do, you're gonna run off to a monastery. Why not just go to a
No.
church? Like find
So there
joy.
was a part, I know. That would have been the easier route. But Aiden is very
Impulsive.
yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you. Aiden's impulsive. It makes sense for for his character to do this.
Mm,
First of all, second of all, you have to remember that that night, trigger warning, suicide. That night, Aiden was like it's described as like the darkness was, blocking out the stars or something like that.
yeah,
And that's meant to be taken as like, oh, he was having suicidal thoughts. And then
yeah.
in that moment, after he had a fight with Elijah, that's what triggered it. Um, he got a text from a random number. He still doesn't know who this number was, sending him a Bible verse.
That was such a plot twist when
Yeah,
you
I was like,
find.
holy crap, yeah. Um, what was I saying? Sorry. Oh yeah. Text message runs to the monastery and literally the abbot even said like we normally don't do this, but Aiden literally went to the gift shop and was like, I need to become a monk. And they
Mhm.
immediately took him in. not normally how it's done. There's normally a whole process, yada yada yada. But Aiden felt like he belonged there because, he's devoted to God, he's doing good things now. And immediately when he joined well, not immediately, but like kind of in a fast-paced way, he gave the key to the farmhouse to Elijah and told him he could keep it or sell it, whatever.
Mhm.
And he gave all his money away to charity. Now, that's the part, this is gonna sound real bad, but stick with me. That's the part where I was like, he did not have to do that because I feel like
Oh, that's it.
because he said that he left still loving Elijah.
Yep. But I think he did that because he didn't want a way to come back, right? He wanted to, because he
Yeah,
knew he was flaky. So I feel like
yeah,
he wanted this decision to stick because it is such it's a really big decision, right? And it's not just you, like you're affecting other people at this point. So it's like for you to start that and then fail right off the bat.
yeah,
I think he just wanted to get rid of everything that would have been like,
a way back.
yeah, safety net. Like he sold, like Elijah sold his house.
Yeah, because Elijah couldn't, like, he had so many memories with Aiden in that house. How can you just like sit there without Aiden? You know what
No,
I'm saying?
literally.
But I don't know. Like, I think that he should have at least left a little bit of money with Sean
Yeah, a little bit.
in case he wanted to come back or he changed his mind or something happened where he just didn't want to be there anymore. He would have something to go back to.
Hmm. No,
That's my
you're
opinion.
great.
Maybe controversial, but that's my opinion. And then I just feel like, I don't know, like the whole thing with like the different monasteries that he went to, like the Fountain of the Lady and like Simba or something like that. I feel like that wasn't really necessarily. I feel like he could have gone to one and it could have been
Yeah.
described as one and then flash forward,
They could have just
fast
gone
forward.
to the Irish one, right? The Dublin one, which is the one he was the most excited about,
Yeah.
and just have that story. Like like I really just felt like it was just dragged on. I think that's really just what made me annoyed with this book.
Yeah.
Because for me, like I want something that's just like going, going, going. I don't mind a lengthy story. Like a good example would be Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. That book, love the book. However, let's all be honest. Like, I will say, I will take the hate and I will say it. That book was so lengthy for no freaking reason. And I'm not the only one that feels like that. And if people say it's not, they're lying to you. Like, I will be so controversial in this video.
Okay, we're definitely gonna have a video of Wings and Ruin just for itself.
Yeah, no. But
But
she was able to get away with it because the storyline was still, even though it's very wordy and lengthy, it was still keeping you like, okay, like what's happening? Because you know the ending's gonna be worth it.
yeah, cried at the end of that book. My soul shattered,
Dude, I was sobbing.
crumbled.
Sobbing.
Um, it had to take like a week to recover, but that's neither here nor there.
Dude, I felt my soul leave my body. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, the amount of like,
Yeah. Um,
anyway, sorry
I
guys, you hear
I
my
could
phone.
literally have like a whole conversation about this. Much
No,
prefer.
we'll save that. Just know a
Yeah.
marathon of Akatar is coming, guys.
Oh, I cannot wait. I
You're
cannot
not gonna
wait.
want to miss that one.
Listen, I have to say, Wings and Ruin is probably one of my favorite books in that series.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I I
surprising.
may okay, listen, I may dare to say that I like it a little bit more than Mist and Fury.
Girl, get off this call right now. I can't even look at you. I can't even look at you right now. What?
Yeah,
That's
I
crazy.
yeah, okay. I'm sorry. Listen, don't get me wrong. They're like neck and neck, and each
No,
day
period.
Mist and Fury's on top, and the next day Wings and Ruin is on top. But it very close, and I
I'm
don't like.
surprised.
Yeah, what can I say? I think I liked it because all the characters were in it, while
Mhm.
Missy is just very full of smut. I feel like Wings and not complaining about smut. Let's make that very clear.
No, Rysan comes through.
Oh yeah, big dick Rysan, big dick Rysan.
No,
Listen,
that's Asriel with the biggest wingspan.
wait. Can we talk about how Farah has a larger wingspan than Reese because she based her wings off Azriel's, and she's like, "I got a bigger dick than you," because
It's
I
giving big dick
know.
energy.
Yeah.
No, but Farrah's
Anyway,
always had that. Like, straight up.
literally from the moment she shot the wolf, but
No, because if I was Farrah, though, I would have made mine bigger than freaking Asriel's and been like, now mine's the biggest in the house. Like,
no, literally. But it's not like anyone. Oh, you know what? No, we're
we'll
gonna
save
save
it
that
for that
for-
video. Guys, this is just a little introduction to what's going to be said in
Yeah,
that video.
to say the least. Because I just know that's gonna be like a
It's going to be a marathon.
yeah,
We need a couple days to do that one.
yeah. It's okay. Yeah. Okay. So back to Sinner
Mhm.
or Saint.
No, Saint.
Yeah, yeah, back to Saint. I love that they ended up together.
Yeah, no, like I said, I was rooting for them. I just wish they would have been together like a lot longer. And I don't know if it's like, like when you have like your own trauma and it kind of seeps through with the characters. And I don't
Yeah.
know if it's just because I was just like, just get together at this point. Like, you guys both love each other. Why are you prolonging the pain? You're
Yeah.
both heartbroken. You're both in pain. Just get together. Like, I'm over this. Stop
Kaylin took
playing.
it personally. Personally. No, but I get it.
But
Because,
like, I didn't take it personal?
well, of course not.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Hooray! Therapy sessions.
Ramadan podcast question mark?
But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the series overall. I mean, do you have anything else to add about Sinner? Okay. Overall, in my opinion, the series is a little overhyped on TikTok
I
and
was just about to say
Instagram.
that. Yep.
Yeah, it's a little overhyped. Now, don't get me wrong, the books are decent. Like
And
I can
she's
def
a very well put writer. I will
yes.
say that. I did enjoy her writing style.
Hmm.
Very, very nicely written.
Yeah, I like that she wrote through the point of view of a man.
Yeah, I did enjoy that.
Yeah, that was
And she did it
interesting.
well.
Yeah, but my dad's gonna start barking.
It's fine. No, we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, no, but I don't know. I would give the series like total maybe like a 4.5, 5 out of 10.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
fair.
feel like there were some things that did not need to be there, some things that needed to be added. Um, I feel like Sean's book was my favorite book out of all of them.
I feel like Sean's book is kind of what makes the series even that level of like 4.5, 5. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like
Yeah,
without Sean's books, it just would have been like
yeah,
eh.
yeah, definitely.
So I don't know. I will agree with you on that though. I would rate it a 4.5, 5 for me personally as well.
Hmm.
I don't know. I think I just like expected more because it is so overhyped on TikTok. So it was just a little disappointing.
And I feel like, sorry to interrupt you, I feel like on TikTok, Priest is really hyped up, but you don't hear anything about Sinner.
Now they're gatekeeping him, which
This
I'm not mad about it. Like I get it. I would gatekeep Sean too. Like
understandable, but I don't know. It was a long series for
yeah.
4 books. It was a long series.
No, I expected more. Like I will fully say that.
Hmm. Like no hate to the author. It was just like more could have been said and less could have been said.
Definitely. But yeah. So do you want to add anything else?
No, I think that wraps it up.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for listening to the second episode of the Dead Romantics podcast. Make sure to follow us on Spotify, YouTube, and all our social medias linked down below. And yeah, we will see you next Wednesday for our third episode. Bye, guys.
Bye.